We have had exceptional luck, and the rumors were true. Karula and her 2 cubs are back on Djuma. There is the lovely mother. You can see she's panting quite heavily. And I think they have made a kill. Hosana is just in front of the vehicle. And to the left behind him, let's look at him first. He was nibbling on something a little while ago. But to the left of him, a bit further into the bush, I don't know if we're going to see it for the moment. There is, no, it's hidden behind that thick tree. There it looks like a carcass. We'll go forward a bit shortly and see what it is. So this is exceptional luck we've been having. Davy and I have made a very good team over the last couple of game drives and had real luck when it comes to the cats. So it's been very good. Well, let's move forward and see if we can see what they have caught. There we go. It's just under that fallen tree there. Further to the right. More, a little bit more. There we go. See that red spot there? It looks like a bushbuck. While we try and figure out what is happening here, we're going to head over to Brent with another cat in it. Let me just go forward here a bit and get a beautiful view of Hosana. He has moved away from the kill a little bit, and Xongile has moved towards the kill. Shall I go forward a bit more? Yeah, let's get that bush away from his face. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, he walked away from the kill and then quickly past Mum, just rubbing heads, saying hello, and now on his own, lying up, resting a bit. You can see he's quite full compared to when we've seen him previously. Mum is also on the move, heading towards the kill. There we go, there is little Xongile. Mum is just behind a fallen tree at the moment, so I can't see her, but she should join up with Xongile shortly. It's lovely to see leopards together like this. You get so used to seeing them on their own, especially when females don't have cubs with them, or the cubs are all grown up and moved off. One of my favorite sightings of more than one leopard was 2 females trying to mate with the same male, and how these ladies were trying to impress the male. We had them walking probably 3 or 4 kilometers, just following the male around and running in front of each other, running, trying to catch up to him. He wasn't having any of that, but yeah, eventually I think the one ended up mating with him, and the other one moved on, tried to find a new mate or waited her turn. But just the amount of effort put in to impress that male was quite entertaining. can see there's some flies that are bothering her every now and then. Mum has gone flat cat again. You can just see her back legs and tail sticking out under this fallen tree. Just there, you can zoom in a bit. I think she's to the right of screen. We're not going to see. I think because I'm a bit lower, I've got visual of her, but with the camera we're going to struggle. So Brent is calling these leopards the royal family. I wonder what's the story there. Maybe you can tell me a bit more about their history and how that came about. Kathy in Tennessee, you would like to know how many daughters Karula has given birth to. It is 4 daughters that she has had. So the 4 daughters are Tandi, Shadow, Shavumzi, if I'm saying that correct, and Xongile. And Annette, you would like to know if Karula found Tandi, would they fight? I do not think so. Most likely Karula gave Tandi a bit of her territory. Maybe Karula expanded hers. I don't know exactly what had happened, but I don't think they will fight. She might protect the cubs from her, but I don't think they'll go into a full-on fight. If it was an unrelated female, it might have been a different story, but because, hello, just look at the power of that young creature, being able to lift a bushbuck like that. It's not maybe a half a bushbuck, but still, for a 10-month-old leopard to do that is quite impressive. Yeah, we've just got the roof in shot. Let me just move the vehicle a little bit. Yep. All good?
Yep.
There we go, much better. She's gone and taken this kill into a much thicker area, so we might get a bit of trouble getting that good shot, but it's still amazing to be with them and see what they get up to. Maybe on the move again. Let's see, maybe she wants to get it a bit higher, get it out of the reach of predators. I think she's going to have to find a better tree though. This one's been pushed over by elephants long ago. Maybe she's just playing. at the base of the tree, we can just below the below the fallen log, there's a bit of a gap. We can go to the left a bit more. There we go. We've got Karula's tail and back feet. It's visible now. Just gonna reposition again. Folks, while we get ourselves in a better position, we're gonna head over to Taylor and see what she's busy with.
Clear the Queen Karula. Yeah, the go-away birds complaining. Where are you off to, Madam Karula? She might head towards Twin Dam. She's going to come right towards us, though. You're going to sleep right in front of the car. Oh, there we go. He's going to sleep right in front of our vehicle. Hello, Miss Karula. Where's little Hosana dashed off to? He ran through into the bush. Is that him there? Oh, well spotted, Vim. He's having a snooze through there. Is that Xongile? Is Hosana? Have they swapped over? I thought Xongile, when I heard last, was eating, but it actually looks like Hosana has moved onto the carcass. And Xongile is actually the one sleeping in the bush. Oh, you're going to drop it. Bring it back. Yes, there we go. And it looks like a baby, either a baby bushbuck or baby Nyala. Now, Lane would like to know, do they eat the fur? Now, Lane, they don't. They're unable to digest keratin, which is what the hair is made out of. But it will come out in their dung. They inadvertently do eat some fur, and they'll also cough it out in hairballs. Oh, he's eating the nose at the moment. What is the Queen up to? She's just having a nice snooze right off the front of the vehicle. Wonderful spot for them. There's water close by, lots of big trees around in case any other predators happened upon. You can see how close she's come to us. Now Hosana is just hanging on to that carcass. Isn't it fascinating how he's eating through the nose? Now, of course, there's quite a lot of nutrients in that area, lots of sinuses and things like that. And the main reason often that they'll eat through there is to get to the tongue. And the tongue's still there. Sorry, I just got to help Taxon, quickly get in here. Tax. Yeah, there's a view from the Skova, but I don't know if the view might be better now from the southwestern side up where they left that stuff from Twin Dams. There we go. He's going for the tongue. He's trying to get the tongue out. Copy. He managed to get some of the tongue. I'm not sure. Looked like it. Oh, he's moved on to the ear. Come on, put it up onto the branch so we can see what you're doing. I'm just going to reposition a little bit quickly so we can get a better view. Oopsie, nearly threw my camera out of the car. I got caught in the steering wheel. How's that, Vim? There we go. Oh no, let me go forward slightly more. There's that one leaf that's just in the way for me. There we go. Oh yeah, let's have a look. He's going to move that. It's a baby Inyala. There we go. I could see now. I could see the stripes. Look at him playing with that baby Inyala. Oh, tumble. Where's he gone now? Hopefully he hoists it back up to the top, or is he just going to be lazy and lie behind that fallen tree? There he is. He is turning into a magnificent young male leopard. There we go. Now you can see he is quite full, so he is feeding a little bit, but he's mostly playing with the carcass. Karula seems to have been making a meal out of a lot of baby Inyala this year, all along the Mawati River. I guess this must be the 4th or 5th baby Inyala we've seen them with. Hello, David in Napa. David is wondering, is the mother Inyala still nearby? I don't think so. I can't see any sign of her. Oh. And who says you're not allowed to play with your food? Now, it's always fascinating when you watch leopards that even now where there's 3 of them, you never see them sharing a carcass or eating a carcass at the same time. They will take turns, and they are solitary cats. So one of those interesting things about leopards. It's very rare to see 2 leopards feeding on a carcass at the exact same time. It looks like he's done. Or is he just jumping down to a bit of a different spot? He really wants to put that nyala back on the log. But it's stuck in that jackalberry. Oh! Oh, what a clown. What a clown. There we go. Success. Looks like that took a lot of energy. He's playing. They have fed on it quite a bit, but as you can see, he's mostly just playing with the carcass. It's absolutely magnificent to spend time with these cats. And as you're saying, the little leopards are learning so much at the moment. And both in the time that Mom is away hunting and even when she is with them, you can see even the playing with the carcass is still practice. Oh, and he's done. Oh, wait. Now, look at him as he straddles the log. Now, I've just heard that young Hosana is not the only thing lazing upon a log this afternoon. Let's go see what it is. Now, I don't know how Hosana... Oh, off he goes again. It's made such a... There we go. Look at that. Up and down, up and down. He's having the best time. Oh, and then now Xongile's come to join Karula, and she's giving her a nice clean. I think Hosana has eaten enough that he's going to decide that he's tired of playing and might want to go see Mom shortly. And it's going to be interesting to see whether Xongile goes to feed or Karula, because Karula looks quite hungry. The cubs both look quite well fed. Oh, you're going to drop it again? Now, I mean, look at that. Even at this young age, even though it is a baby antelope, I mean, look at that incredible strength and power that this young leopard is showing. Ooh, he's just hanging on now. Off he goes. What you going to do with it now, mister? Back on the log. You're not eating, mister. It's time to share. Your mother looks quite hungry. Hello, Mars, who's a brand new viewer joining us. Great to have you on Safari Live with us. Mars is wondering, how often do leopards eat? Well, it all depends. Normally, you would say on average once every 3 days, but if you average out all the meat they eat in a month, a big male leopard will eat around 8 to 9 kilograms a day, and a female about 7 kilograms a day if you average it out over the whole month. There we go. Little female cub is getting some grooming from Mom. Oh, her brother plays the fool with the baby Nyala carcass. It looks like he might actually start eating a little bit again. He is looking quite fat and full. an itchy ear. Oh, Karula had an itchy ear. She scratched it quite profusely there. You could almost see the ticks flying off. As I said, you can see she's still quite hungry, but she is letting the cubs feed. Elana is wondering, would there ever be a time where a female leopard will ignore or neglect her cubs? Yes. If she had an injury and she needed to look after herself, the survival instinct would take over. And or if it was something really like a pride of lions attacking them, she would try and get herself out of trouble. She wouldn't normally try attack or try defend the cubs against a pride of lions. Now, their survival instinct runs very deep in leopards, and I've even seen female leopards, after being in a big fight and not being able to catch anything, eat their own cubs to survive. And the reason behind this is that they can always have more cubs. So they would rather survive and lose a set of cubs and then mate again. And they lose cubs regularly. The leopard cub mortality rate in this part of the Sabi Sands is around 70%. So it is not unusual for a leopard to lose one or both cubs. But Karula seems to be one of the better mothers out there, and she has reared a lot of cubs to adulthood. If I try to think about it, Misho and Duna, Shavambalan, Shavinzi, Quarantine, Kunuma, Shadow, well, let me just start again, I got lost there. Mexo and Duna, Shavambalan, Shavinzi, Shadow, Tundi, Quarantine, Kunuma, and now these two, which would make it 10 cubs. Now, for a leopard of her age, that is incredibly impressive to actually have 10 adults. So when we say adult, they made it to a year old, and basically that massive mortality rate in leopards drops very, very a lot. There we go. You can see what she was scratching at. Oh, I think that's a scab from Mr. Tingana and their love affair, from being bitten at the back of the neck while they were mating. Geez, 10 cubs, that's incredible. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, we're doing a tour of young Xongile at the moment. Oh, it looks like she's got a little landing strip there. Nice little tight bunch of spots at the base of her tail. Well, that's not that's the start of her tail, should I say. There's the base of her tail, and what wonderful fluffy white spot. If we go back just to her back, there we go. See, from her tail going up her back, very equal little set of wide landing strip as well. It's got an airstrip. Quarantine also had one. And who was the other leopard that had a very distinct? Mvula, I think, also has quite a distinct one. See there, Karula's not so straight. Yeah, trouble. Are you finished playing with your food now? Are you going to eat something or let your mother have a turn? Munch, munch, munch. Well, at least he is feeding and not playing with his food now. Oh, we can hear that psh, 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 as oxpeckers flying overhead. Callie is wondering, can we hear a red-chested cuckoo in the distance? I can't hear one right now. There might have been one curling a little bit earlier, but we've got that coffee, tea or me, which is orange-breasted bushshrike. We've got Cape turtle dove saying, work harder, work harder. What else can I hear? Have you spotted a bird, yeah? Oh, there we go, the chirp of a woodlands kingfisher. Of oxpeckers in the distance. Crested francolin. We have almost everything except a red-chested cuckoo. But this is the type of area where they do like to hang out. So there might have been one calling earlier, I just might not have noticed it. That's another call of the orange-breasted bushshrike. Now, of course, Karula was mating with Tingana not that long ago, and there is a possibility she might be pregnant. Angie in Wisconsin was wondering about that and asking, would she be hanging around with the cubs? Well, as you can see, there we go. She is between the two cubs. Now, they don't get pregnant every time they mate, but there is a possibility she's pregnant. And as I said, I don't think it was a false estrus that caused her to mate with Mr. Tingana, because it carried on for so long. And I think it might just be a bit of old age messing with her hormones and sending her estrus cycles out of sync. Because normally she should only be coming into estrus when these cubs are closer to 2 years old. If she is pregnant and does give birth while these cubs are not even 15 months old, it'll be a really interesting thing to see what happens. Would these cubs kill the new cubs? Will she chase these cubs to independence younger? It'd be something really fascinating to watch unfold. I've got a feeling I think Hosana would eat cubs if she had cubs. And male leopards do that regularly. So as I was saying, out of the known mortalities in the Sabi Sands, 70% of leopard cub mortalities are attributed to other leopards, and specifically other male leopards. Oh, Xongile's up. Oh, just to lie down again, a little bit closer to us, but still keeping her back to us. Oh, flop. I see trying to keep away from the biting flies. You can see that she's attacking them back. And you can see her skin shimmering slightly. That sort of nervous reaction. Well, it's not a nervous reaction, it's the nerves that are designed to do that, to try keep those biting flies off her body. Hello, Sylvia in Oregon. Sylvia is wondering, do we have tsetse flies in this area? There used to be tsetse flies. They were wiped out, I think, in the 50s by a DDT spraying over the area. So no more tsetse flies in the Lowveld, but historically they were. Oh, roll over. Oh, she's really getting upset with these flies. Very busy little girl. Oh, and actually saw that fly land on her nose that she tried to bite. just can't get comfortable. I've got a big belly, it's hot, and the flies keep nipping me on the nose. What is this world coming to? Heavy breathing. So that rain did not materialize, and it is still incredibly hot in this area. Oh, get that fly, Xongi. We're going to not move from this spot, see what happens next with the royal family. And while we do that, let's go see what Stripes FW has found. Okay guys, we're going to have one last quick look at these leopards. It's getting a bit too dark. The kill is still on the ground, so we're not going to put any lights or spotlights here because the clever hyenas have learnt after so many years in the Sabi sands to follow spotlights to look for leopard kills. And here we go. There's young Hosana munching away, so we're going to leave these leopards right now. Now, I'm hoping, are we in reverse, VM? Okay, my clutch did a pop, so I think I had to bleed the clutch earlier, so I think what happened is there was just a little air pocket left and caused the car to jump. Well, we'll see what happens when I start, whether we start. No, I think it was just a little air pocket in my clutch.